Hello everyone, my name is Venkata Chebolu. I'm doing this project as a part of my coursework for Telecommunication Systems and Management. My professor is Mr. Ali Shekian, and I'm doing this project by using OpenStack and Nagios monitoring tool. I'll get into the project details very soon. So why I chose OpenStack? OpenStack is the most popular cloud computing platform ever. So many cloud computing technologies and many cloud computing companies were using OpenStack. It is open source and anyone can use it. It has a tremendous support and many other companies are supporting it for the community to develop many tools on it. The main advantages are that it allows more agile development, it reduces the management overhead, it gives us more options. It prompts for do-it-yourself cloud computing, like many small companies or small startups can go ahead and create their own private servers. That is a big deal. One more main feature is that OpenStack supports orchestration. Orchestration is a comprehensive automated provision for testing the infrastructure as a service schema. As you know, infrastructure as a service is the most trending thing in the industry right now. So OpenStack supports that very well. It also provides infrastructure at a reduced cost when you compare to the traditional servers. It also has improved security, it has improved features, and the companies don't need to worry about managing or maintaining the servers. It is all well. So infrastructure as a service is the key point here, and OpenStack is the best choice here. So I'll go ahead and explain my project very soon, and we'll go through the instructions and installation procedures. Here you go. In this project, I'm going to create virtual networks using VMware Workstation. In this virtual network, I'm going to deploy multiple virtual machines that are powered by CentOS. These entire systems will be monitored by using Nagios monitoring software. This software is very powerful tool to monitor the networks. In the next phase, I'm going to install OpenStack operating system that can be used to create a private server cloud. These systems will be granted different permissions like administrator or users, restricted usage or full access. So you can see the clear differences between the access controls. OpenStack is a cloud operating system that controls large pools of computation and storage power. It can also power data centers by monitoring the networks. OpenStack provides a very powerful dashboard for the administrators to control the resources. It can provide computation power, storage, networking, data analysis, security, management tools, deployment tools, application services, as well as monitoring and metering services. Now coming to Nagios. Nagios is a powerful monitoring system that enables the organizations to identify and resolve IT infrastructure problems even before the business is affected. Nagios is primarily designed by considering scalability and flexibility in mind. It provides many key functions like monitoring, alerting, response time, reporting, maintenance, and planning. Now let's start the creation of virtual machines. To do so, just go to File and select Create Virtual Machine in the VMware Virtual Workshop. Follow the prompts and choose the software you want to install. In this case, I am choosing CentOS. CentOS is a very versatile package because it includes all the core functionalities of the Linux operating system. The on-screen prompts will ask you for the system name, username, and password. After giving the details, the next step will continue. In this step, you can also provide how much memory you can afford for the VM creation. You can give 20 GB, 30 GB or whatever. In this step, you can provide the amount of RAM you can allocate for the system. Since these systems are using very high computational power, it's better to give it at least a 4 GB of RAM. Once all the settings are finalized, the installation of the VM will begin. After a certain time, the CentOS dialog will appear asking for system name as well as password. I'm naming this system as CentOS1. Just enter a password and click continue. The system installation will then begin. We are almost 80% done at this point. It will just take 2-3 minutes to continue the installation. Okay, now the system is ready. Just click on the username and enter the password you just provided during the settings. This will take you to the home page. In the console of the CentOS, just type for sudo yum update. This will update the entire system and the latest software updates will be installed. Just type the command and press enter. It will search for the servers and then it will connect and download the package. See, the installation now begins. It will take a while to update the system though. Now since the update is completed, now let's install the OpenStack. In order to install OpenStack, just search for packstart. Packstart is an installation package for CentOS. It will successfully install OpenStack software on the. In this project, I am using two virtual machines, namely CentOS1 and CentOS2. I'll go ahead and install OpenStack on both of them. When you search for the packstart package, you can come across this website called rdoproject.org. Scroll down and find the installation commands and you can successfully install the software. Now on rdoproject.org, just copy paste these commands for CentOS. When you do so, the installation will begin. After each step, kindly follow the instructions mentioned on the website and enter the commands. This will completely install the package. The third command is the most important one. This will make sure that the package is installed and then all the updates are also installed. Please make sure that the internet connection was good enough because it will take a lot of data from the internet and then the package will be downloaded and installed. So it looks good here. The installation is going on and within a few minutes the system should be ready. Oh yeah. Now the installation is ready and we can access the OpenStack dashboard through the website. Here you go. This is the OpenStack login page. In order to get the login details, just enter the command cat keystone rc_admin. This command will give you the username and password details. We just need to copy these and access them through the website. So the username is admin and the password is just we saw that. Copy paste and yes, it may take a while. So let's free up the space in between so that the RAM will be freed up. Okay, so it should be good now. Let's see. There it goes. So this is the OpenStack dashboard, the welcome screen. The home page gives the details of the projects as you see. It also gives us additional details related to the projects. So let's click on hypervisors. Hypervisor, this is the area where we can get the memory details. This page gives us a clear picture of how much CPU or memory or storage is being used. We can also see the two VMs that we just installed, CentOS 1 and 2. Now let's click on users. Users will give us the list of available users for the system. And now let's create a new user by clicking the create user button. After clicking this button, it will ask you for the name and password details. Just give some credentials and it will create a new user. So let's see. Description can be anything you want. Password. And the type. You can select whether he is an admin or a normal user or any special kind of person. So after finishing, click create user and it'll appear in the user list. So let's see, there you go, that's the thing. 1 2 3 4, the fourth one that we just created, location_test. So that is the user we just created. Since we created a new user, let's try to log in with that account details. So I'm opening a new tab where I can access the login page again, and I'll try to log in with the username location_test and the password I just gave. Let's see if that works. So location_test and the password. So it should be good actually. Let's see. Yeah, that is the new user that we just created. So let's go ahead and try instances. Instances are nothing but virtual machines, but in OpenStack or cloud platform they call it as instances. So let's create a new instance, in other words the virtual machine inside OpenStack. So once you give the details, the instance will be loaded, and we are going to install ZeroOS on it. So instances, so I can see, as you can see, it is loading up. It may take a while to get ready because the OS needs to be installed. Yeah, so the status is ready and it's running already. That's good. So let's create another instance, but this time it's a different one with different permissions, so that we can see how different people can be, or the members can be, or the roles can be in OpenStack. So I'm going to create a new one. This time I'll show you how to create a security group actually, so that it can have a better control and better resources availability for the particular person. So we'll go to security groups. Wait a minute, let me see. Yeah, there you go, that is the security groups, and I'm going to create a new security group here. So it'll ask you for the name and details. I'll name this one as location_sec_group. That means location security group, and just create it. So the new security group is added. Now let's go ahead and click manage rules option. Here you can add any number of rules. So rules are essentially the way you can grant access. So you have two options here, ingress and egress. Ingress denotes incoming access and egress denotes outgoing access. So we'll create an ingress here. So there you go, that's the rule created, we just created with a TCP/IP protocol. So I'll go ahead and add few more rules so that we can see how it will affect the permissions and access to this particular user. So we'll try with different port numbers and different IP protocols. So two of them were for TCP. Some of the rules will be TCP and some of them will be ICMP for the IP protocols. I'll add multiple of them and I'll clearly show you how it's going to affect. I'll compare with the normal instance and this security group instance. So I'm going to add one more. Yeah, this one works. The port, yeah. Okay, so we have enough here. Yes. So I'm adding one more rule to it because I mentioned I'll add ICMP protocol too. It's taking a while. Yeah, so there it is, the third one. Yeah, now I'll go ahead and upload an image. The image is nothing but the OS for the instance we just created. I'm going to select 0OS for it, and I'll locate the image and load it up. So images, the group, and you have here you can select or create a group name. Okay, all looks good. So let's go ahead and finalize this. Create. Again, it may take a while to load up. Okay, now if you can see in under the instances we have two of them. So one is the normal one, the default, and the other one is a security group instance that is still loading up, and it should be ready in a few minutes. Once the installation is completed, the task will be shown as running, so then we can consider the installation is completed. And yeah, here you go, this is the way this is what I mean. The status now shows as running, so both the systems are running totally fine. So let me make a little change here. Looks okay. Just click save. Yeah, so it should be ready now. Okay, so everything is good. We don't have any errors so far. So let me click on locate security group instance. This instance is a special one. As I told you, we added separate rules for this. So if you can see clearly, the access permissions are different for both of them. So let me show you the normal one. This is the default one. They have 4 permissions here, and the security group will have a lot more, and it has more access. If you can observe, there you go. So in this way, a number of VMs can be created and allowed to restrict or allow full access. So let's now go ahead and install Nagios. So Nagios, you can just type for Nagios installation on CentOS 7 because that is the OS we installed on the VMs. So soon after searching for that, there is a website called TechMint. You can these instructions are very clear actually. We just need to follow the instructions. So I'll go ahead and install all the required dependencies. So I'll go ahead and copy paste the commands that were shown on the website. So once I do that, the package will start. There are actually a lot of commands that we need to do. At this point, the installation is downloading the packages, so it might take a while. So let's give it some time to install. And Nagios is a very powerful network monitoring tool, and the main advantage is that it is open source, so anyone can use it. Also, if the organizations need more power or more features, they also have the pro versions that they can get it as a SaaS tool, like software as a service. They can also choose that. But basically the open source version is limited, but still it is very powerful. We can literally target each and every packet, we can track it, and we can see how many users are there, we can see how healthy is the network, we can see how much data is shared in between the systems. So it's a complete package. The main advantage is that it is primarily used to control the infrastructures and without causing any problem. So let's see where it goes. So it is taking a while because it needs to get the packages from the internet. So installing, yeah. It looks like the dependencies were installed perfectly without any problem. So let's move on to the next step. Now we need to create Nagios user group with the help of user add space Nagios command. So here you go, that one, just copy and paste. So There are multiple commands beneath that. We need to do all of them. So I'll go ahead and type them off. We have a few more. Okay, this is the last one for the user group. And now, so once this is done, I'll go ahead and install the Nagios Core 4.2. So Nagios Core is essentially the open source one. The premium ones are also there, like Nagios Plus or Pro. I don't. Yeah, it should be Pro. So I'll go ahead and install the Nagios Core 4.2 and also the Nagios plugin. So Nagios plugin actually helps us to import automated scripts from the web. Since it is an open source community, we have a lot of scripts available. So we just need to download and install them. So we have 2 more commands to go. So it is downloading. These commands will also update the system to the latest version from the web. It is taking a while. I'll just skip the installation process. I'll just forward it. Yeah, so it is in the 90s, almost there. Okay, so the installation is complete. We can choose either general interface or web interface. We have options here. So let's go ahead and select all of them. We need the web interface because it is very easy and understandable. So I'll go ahead and do that. So we have a few more. Oops. Okay, looks like we got something here. Let me finish it up. We have one more command here. All this is for configuration. We can choose between what features we want and what we do not require. But I will just go ahead and install all of them, the default package. They also offer many other features, but for now we don't need them. So I'll go ahead with the standard package. Almost there. So after this it will take us to the login web interface. We'll get the user link here. Let's see. Should have it. There you go. This is the Nagios dashboard. So we have the 2 VMs. I just went through the CentOS 1 here. Everything looks fine. The green ones indicate the systems are running perfectly fine. Oh, we have a critical warning here for CentOS 2, that is HTTP. So I'll have to look into that. Meanwhile, let me explain what all features do we have here. So let me go back. Okay. So for CentOS 1, everything is fine. So this is all about the Nagios core. They have some features in it. Okay, these are the processes or all the information that the core version offers. It has multiple things to offer, like the packet state, packet loss, ping state, how much time it is taking to ping. It also displays the status, the health status, if they have any errors or everything is fine or not. So okay, we have still 4 more or 5. Yeah, 5 of the instances to run on CentOS 1. It is taking a while, so let us wait for that. CentOS 2 is ready, and CentOS 1, it is taking a while. So I think the critical error for the HTTP is due to the date. I think the CentOS 2, the date is different. Let me go ahead and change it. I think that should fix the problem. So 3 more to load up. Let's wait for that. Once this process is complete, the systems will be totally fine. I'm changing the date. Okay. I'm stuck here. Okay. So yeah. Okay, now it's good. I think so. So everything is green here. So we have 2 more to load up, 2 more modules. Let's give it a while. We can also have the network mapping. We can also get other details to how many VMs are connected or how many systems are connected in real time. So we just have 1 more left, that is the total process. Once that is done, we can get the clear statistics. So the Nagios dashboard is also very comfortable and easy. It offers very important data, and they had sorted it very well. Being open source and giving us these many options is a very good thing, because so many of them are premium versions, but the basic one is good enough. Okay, so the dashboard also gives us some data like the host status. We can have a look at the active checks, passive checks, flap detection, ping time, etc. It also shows us the current loads, current number of users, HTTP data, ping data, root partition data, and total processes data. So there's a lot of information here. So as you can see, all of them are good for the CentOS 1. So we can click on each module and it will give us the exact same thing in detail. It will expand all the options and it gives us more information. So as you can see, whenever I click on ping state or host status, it gives us the additional details. So for example, here we have 2 users logged in, active users. So that is CentOS 1 and 2. So everything is very fine here. So this is it. Actually, the Nagios monitoring tool is really helpful when you have multiple systems, and if you're connected to a enterprise, and if you need to protect data, and if you need to monitor the systems all the time. This is a very good option. There are many other options like popular open source one or premium one, but Nagios is also quite trending in the industry right now. So Nagios Core offers very good features, and if the enterprises wants to upgrade, they have the premium choice too, so that is always good thing. So that is it for the GoGo guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.